Hey, what's up? This is another episode of these podcast things that I'm doing. And this one's kind of random, just sort of had it on my mind. So I guess I'll just talk about it. And this is going to be about my own accent and the singing accent. Something that me and my brother often say. We say the singing accent because we find that for the most part in music, there is a singing accent, which, it can be different from somebody's accent. My accent is, well, I'm from Ontario, Canada. I'm from Southern Ontario to be more specific, not too far away from Toronto, so perhaps I sound like maybe what a person from Toronto would sound like. One time in grade 8, I had just moved to a new school, and this girl told me that I had an accent, and she didn't mean like a Canadian accent or a GTA accent, which means Greater Toronto Area for people who aren't from here. But I was confused because I always thought that I had the typical Canadian accent of a person who grew up in the GTA. I don't really think I have a foreign sounding accent. I do have one parent that is from here and another parent that isn't from here. But I grew up speaking English and surrounded by people speaking English, and so I believe that to be my accent. But you guys can make up your own minds about what I sound like. But anyway, something that my brother and I find is that in songs, like I mentioned before, there is sort of like this standardized accent in singing where words aren't enunciated as much as it would be if they were talking. So for example, I'm gonna use the song Bop by Hanson as an example. So they're from Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and their accent doesn't sound so different from like how I would sound, or even like the typical. There's a standardized American accent. Like some people say the American accent. They'll put the, and there's this standard accent. It's like the accent I guess you hear in like movies and stuff, and what I guess we would hear for the most part on television, stuff like that. But there's a standardized American accent, and Hanson, being from Tulsa, Oklahoma, I wouldn't really say they have much of a different accent from this standardized American accent. And I'm sure any of you listening would understand what I'm saying. I don't even think my accent is very different from it. But, for example, in the song Bop, okay, there is a part where it goes, "Can you tell me who will still care? Can you tell me who will still care?" So what the lyrics is, "Can you tell me who will still care?" And they don't go, "Can you tell me who will still care? Can you tell me who will still care?" You know what I mean? They don't enunciate it. They don't pronounce it how they actually would. And if you hear them talk, they would say care. Hold on to the ones who really care, right? But they don't sing it like that. And even till now, they'll sing it in their adult voices. "Can you tell me who will still care?" They don't go care. They go will still care. You know what I mean? Here's another example from one of my favorite songs. A song called "Down by the Lazy River" by the Osmonds. So, down by the lazy river, come as you please. Down by the lazy river, one big family. Right? They don't go down by the lazy river, or even the word lazy. They go like lazy instead of lazy. It's like lazy river, come as you please. Oh yeah, down by the lazy river, one big family. If you're all alone, you won't be long. Just bring your guitar and sing your song. Down by by the lazy river. Everybody follow me. Okay, I'm sorry, I got carried away, but maybe through that you can hear what I'm talking about. I feel like, and I agree with my brother, or actually this is something we both agreed on, is that there is a standard singing accent, and this is present in most songs and in most genres. The only genre where it differs, I feel like it's mostly in punk music. You guys will probably understand. Like if you listen to punk music, sometimes they have the properly or overly enunciated words. Let's use the song "I Do Anything" by Simple Plan, for example. Another day is going by. I'm thinking about you all the time, but you're out there and I'm here waiting. And I wrote this letter in my head, 'cause so many things were left unsaid. But now you're gone and I can't think straight. This could be the one last chance to make you understand, yeah. I'd do anything just to hold you in my arms, to try to make you laugh. Somehow I can't put you in the past. I'd do anything just to fall asleep with you. Will you remember me? 'Cause I know I won't forget you. Na, 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 na. Yeah, so that's one example. I think punk is like the most popular version of music that has that enunciation. I think it just really adds to that attitude. There was this other band that was punk. I actually had their CD when I was younger. Actually, I still have it, but I mean, I got it when I was younger. And the chorus went like, "Why don't you come right out and say it? Even if the words are probably gonna hurt, I'd rather have the truth than something insincere. Why don't you come right out and say it? What it is you're thinking, though I'm thinking it's not what I wanna hear." I remember that song. It had it had that enunciated, those over enunciated words. Anyway, so what I'm thinking about is why did this happen? So why is it so that most musical artists sing this way? Because with my own findings, maybe you disagree, but I think with my own findings, most people sing like that. I've only given you some examples, but I assure you it's present in like so many songs, to the point where I feel like it's like the most common thing. And maybe people just find that it doesn't sound as good. And what accent does it sound most similar to? I think maybe it's most similar to like a British accent, where the R's aren't really pronounced that much. But I think I don't know if there's anything on this, but I think it's just something that over time it got popular to use, and it's just become a standard. And so anything else sounds weird. Either they thought it sounded weird before, or it's just caught on over time, and people just always use that accent unless it's like some sort of punk song where they really want to emphasize some sort of attitude with the song. Another example where they did that was the song "Shake It." The shake, 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 shake it. Was it Miley Cyrus's brother? He sang his verses with that kind of pronunciation. But anybody who's watching this, let me know if you guys know what I'm saying. Do you guys feel that there's a standard singing accent? Because between my brother and I, we believe that there is. Anyway, here's another example of one of my favorite songs. Definitely one of my favorite songs. By Walk Off the Earth, a Canadian band. Actually, they're not from too far away from where I'm from. They're more like on the other side of the GTA from where Toronto is. But anyway, so Gang of Rhythm, I love that song. So there's one verse that goes, There's no worries on the earth tonight. But it's not, there's no worries on the earth tonight. And actually, a friend of mine actually pointed this out. He's like, oh, it kind of sounds like he's going earth instead of earth. And we're like, and my brother and I were like, oh yeah, it's because of the singing accent. I'm not entirely sure if my friend ever like noticed it or whatever, but yeah, that's another example. On the earth tonight, there's no worries on the earth tonight. Instead of earth on the earth tonight. I love that song, man. Anyways, peace and love. This thing isn't gonna be too long. Gonna just cut it off here. Let me know what you think if you're listening in. Thanks. Bye.